Hi everyone. Firstly, before I begin, I'm not a plumber, but this was a new combi boiler I had fitted in my place. Prior to that, I had a conventional boiler with a tank system. I'm just going to show a photo of that while we're here. And since fitting this new boiler, I've been losing pressure almost daily. I'm having to, if any of you have experienced this, I'm having to top it up using this filling loop. Almost on a daily. Now, it's been really bugging me and trying to get to the root of the problem. I've been told there could be a potential leak, which unfortunately is very difficult to find. Now, I had the manufacturer over the other day, which was Vaillant themselves, and I'll just show you what he's done. And if you're also getting a pressure loss and trying to isolate it, the first thing I wanted to know was, is the boiler the problem? So I'll just show you, this is a Glo Worm compact. And if I show you the pressure here, right now it's at 1.1. However, what was happening was that was dropping every day to 0.0. I'd come home and that was it. Now, what the manufacturer recommended, to be fair, my plumber also recommended, was to isolate the heating. So you can see I've got these two pipes. One is this 22 mil, and there's another one over here which is also a 22 mil. They suggested to isolate that. So you can see here they've been turned over there. The reason for that is now we can find out where the pressure is basically losing itself. And since doing that, the boiler's kept its pressure. It's been 2 days now, so now I know it's coming from the heating. And in this video, what I'm going to do is I've purchased a leak sealant, and I'm going to put it in via this Magna Clean. So let's carry on with that. Okay, so this is going to show you what I've bought. This is a Sentinel leak sealer, and I've also purchased one of these, which is it's a suction gun, and that's to basically take out the water from the Magna Clean. Now, some Magna Cleans, I've seen on other YouTube videos, they've actually got sorry, just getting here. Some Magna Cleans have actually got a screw down here on some of the older ones. Now, mine doesn't have that. So all I'm going to do is, and it's a bit difficult for me to get the camera around, but I have to shut off the valves from the Magna Clean. Let me see if I can show you those, which is these. So I'm going to turn them both facing this way to turn off the Magna Clean, and then we'll take the liquid out, refill it with a leak sealer, and see how this goes. Now, this is purely an experiment. My plumber's currently unwell, so I thought I'll do this until he gets back. So let's give it a go. Okay, so I'm just about to turn the isolation valves on the Magna Clean off. Now, again, I'm not a plumber, so I might be saying these terms incorrectly, so please forgive me for that. But these are the two keys that came with the Magna Clean. One is for opening up the actual Magna Clean. Oops. And the second one is for turning these isolation valves off. Now, like I said, I'm not a plumber, but in the past, I've just turned these with my hands. So I'm going to do that now, just because it's easier for me to reach. So you can see there, that's number one. And oops, this one I might need the key. Oh no, we're okay. And there's a second one there. Okay, so actually I think I will need the key for that, just to make sure it's completely closed off. So let's go back to the key. Okay. Sorry, I can't actually get my camera there, otherwise I would have shown you exactly what's going on. Oopsie. Okay, there we go. So you want to have them both facing the same direction. You can see there, number one and number two. So we've got one and we've got two. Okay, next we're going to open this up. So I'm just going to pause the video for a second. Okay, I've just loosened the nut here. So be careful, by the way, when you're opening this. I've seen in another video. Make sure you don't put the pressure against the pipes, because you could end up damaging and causing more problems. So what I do is I hold the Magna Clean here and then twist. Just be careful with that. I've got a bucket here just in case we get a few leaks, but you'll see there's quite a lot in the past when I've cleaned this. Oh, let's see how much we got. There you go. I'm just going to rinse this in a tap while we're doing this, and that's what we're going to use a suction pump for, is to take the liquid out of that. So I'll be back just while I clean this. Okay, I'm just got the camera on a little on my washing machine just so you can see what I'm doing here. But essentially I've just going to suck the water out using this suction pump. So and then I'm using this bucket just to chuck it back in. So we're going to repeat that process until it's completely empty. It's quite satisfying, I'm not going to lie. Okay. I'm thinking I might even use this suction pump to put in the Fernox. Just doing it the other way around, is pumping it back in. There we go. Okay, just gonna dip my hand in there, see how much we got. We got enough space there now for the Fernox. There we go, all empty. Fantastic. Now we'll get the Sentinel leak sealer, which is this little baby. I'm going to try just pouring it in. Let's see if we can pour that straight in. It says here this will seal some minor leaks. I was told by the Vaillant engineer there's no danger in pouring this in as a testing. He said it's 50-50. Obviously I don't know where the leaks are in my system, so I'm hoping this will just become this is just a first try, and then failing that we've got well, I'll have to call my plumber, isn't it? So anyway, there we go. Here's a Sentinel leak sealer, and let's just pour that in and see if it works. All right, so I don't need that suction pump. Oops. There you go. It almost looks like it's a milkshake. So there we go. We've put a milkshake in. Don't know what flavour that is, but I wouldn't drink that. Well, it looks worse than milkshake, doesn't it? Anyway, so let's seal that back up, and we're going to fire the heating away. Essentially turn these back on and then see where we go from there. All right. Okay, so I've tightened the Magna Clean there. We've tightened the Magna Clean, and oops, I'm just going to turn these valves back on as well. The ones we turn, I'm going to try it again on my hand just because it's way fucking easier. Okay, that one's on. Lovely jubbly. And let's do the other one. Now, you can't see it, but you can see my hairy hands are doing a job. Fuck. Yeah, so they're back to level. Now I'm just going to show you something for those who are having a pressure loss. So, oops, let me just get out of here. All right, cool. So you see here, we're at 1.1 bar. Now, as soon as I turn this on, watch what happens. You see there? We've just lost a bit of pressure. And that's what makes me, well, that's what made the Vaillant engineer think that the problem is in the heating. There we go. So we're going to leave it at this bar. Those valves are now on, and I'm going to fire the heating up. You can see it's making its little adjustments, but essentially whatever we've just put inside here, the milkshake inside here, the Sentinel leak sealer, that's going to now pump its way through the system and hopefully find any minor leaks and secure them so we can get back to having normal thingy. Now, this is just some questions really for real plumbers, not like me, I'm a bit of a cowboy. But we've got like these stains and that on that pipe, and I was wondering, would that infer that there's a leak coming from these pipes? I don't know. But I'm just intrigued to know. So if any plumbers are out there, please drop me a comment. Let me know what else I could be doing or what else might be causing this pressure loss. Because honestly, this is a brand new system and it's just just being a bit of a pain in the ass. So yeah, cool. Let's check the pressure. Pressure looks good. You can see it's hovering between 1.1 and 1. So we're going to fire up the heating now, and I'll report back in a few days. All right, just firing up the heating. Listen to that. That's doing something, isn't it? And I'm hoping it's just going to wash out all the if any plumbers are watching this thinking, what the fuck is he doing? Just let you know, I'm not sure myself. But hey ho, this is how we learn. We learn by YouTube. And good luck to anyone else who's having this problem. And let's see how we get on in a few days. Heating back on. Actually, I'm not sure reviews on this boiler, but actually I really like this boiler. It's nice and small. I'll show you a photo of my old system where the boiler and I was taking up the entire room. Now I've basically got this combi boiler, and I've got all this space for my junk, my shelving, which you can see I've just put all my tools and stuff there. It's a bit of a mess. I'll show you when it's a bit cleaned up, but yeah, it saved me a hell lot of more space compared to the conventional boiler. So all in all, I'm still happy with the system. I'm just want to get this this leak sorted out. So yeah, not going around in circles. Cheers. Have a nice weekend, people. Bye bye.